Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Band Trading Cards. And today we have a special guest from Polywog. She is one of the artists of Polywog, and she did the illustration of Rebat, and the new one is Vergara, which has a promo Valentine's promo that is available on Polywog. We're gonna take a look at the art of that Polywog. So I would like to introduce to you AcyFaust, and she is here right now. Hi, AcyFaust. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Getting colder in Canada. It's we have a minus 20 this morning. Yeah, that's why I'm
Oh,
wearing
goodness.
this coat. So, um, yeah, and we're gonna talk about before we go to your beautiful artwork. I want to know more about your artist background. Like, when did you start on knowing that you are an artist? Like the realization that you said, "Hey, this is me. Like, I love this one. I don't want to do other things other than this." So when do you realize that?
Um, I know it's a little cliche to say, but I've always been drawing ever since I was a little kid. Like pretty much since I could
Yeah,
hold a crayon, I've always been scribbling on things,
on
much to my
walls.
parents' dismay. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so I would say probably when I entered into middle school is when I really started realizing like, hey, I like designing things, drawing things.
Hmm.
It was just a way for me to kind of go away from reality for a little bit to get more into my head and to get the stories and things that are in my head out on paper.
Mm.
So it's just like an outlet for me, which was very nice. And it definitely caused me to get into like wanting to create character designs and things like that.
Hmm. Did you remember your first artwork?
Oh goodness, I don't, but back in high school, I wish I still have the pages. I probably have them somewhere. I have to dig them out at some point. I started doodling like a little comic series thing, like with a bunch of different characters that just popped into my head, and it was really weird. It was done all on loose leaf and everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just like me as well. I draw Disney and like Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, something like that. And every artist have their inspiration. So, who is your inspiration?
Oh goodness. I would just have to say, over the years, it's just been a accumulation of just various artists and their styles that I've seen. I have a wide variety of things that I like, going from cartoons to
Mm-hmm.
anime to more like realism and stuff. And I just
Yep.
look at certain aspects of their art and think like, how could I incorporate that into my style and make it my own?
Okay. So, did you go to a formal art school, or you taught yourself to draw?
Unfortunately, I didn't go to art school. I wish I did, but I'm pretty much self-taught, just kind of learning, watching tutorials online, just learning by staring at things and drawing them. Just asking other artists, "Hey, how did you do this?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this? What can I do to improve?" And just kind of like networking in that way to kind of better myself as an artist.
Oh, so what do you think your style of artwork? There are different kinds of like what's the name of that? Realism? Art,
Yeah.
like it's so real, like it's like photograph, and then some are abstract, and then some are just, like sketch, like Van Gogh. So what is your favorite art style?
Goodness, my favorite would probably it's probably a little kid in me. I'd have to say like the cartoony
Mm-hmm.
aspect of drawing, like those, because there's so much that you can do with them, and you can just bend proportions and still make it look amazing.
Cartoony. So like animes. So
Kinda, yeah,
you're on
definitely.
the Pokemon style or the Polywog style, right?
Yeah,
So
things
that's
like
your.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, things like that, and things like Japanese anime too.
Uh-huh.
Another thing I can think of is I don't know if you're familiar with the Persona series. It's like a video
Mm-hmm.
game. That
Okay.
style too is like something that I always just am extremely fond of. It's anime, but it has like a very unique anime-ish style. It's not like
Oh.
the typical big eyes and stuff like that. It's a little bit more realistic, but still keeps that I guess you can say like fantasy type
Mm-hmm.
way
So
of drawing.
how about like the Sanrio type of artwork? It's like like Hello Kitty, something like that. You like that as
Things
well?
like that. Yes, I do. I actually do like Hello Kitty. It's
Oh,
cool.
okay. So did you draw that as well when
No,
you
I
were young?
haven't. I haven't actually drawn that. I've drawn more like Pokemon type things and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. So if you want to come out with an illustration, what is your routine? Before you are on the drawing how you call it, drawing board? Yeah.
So for me, usually what I do is I kind of sit down and I think about the idea that I want to do. Sometimes ideas could be in my head for anywhere between like 5 minutes beforehand all the way to like a few days beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of, depending on what I'm doing, if it's just going to be a really quick sketch, I'll just sit down and just wing it. Be like, okay, let's see what's going on. What am I thinking of? And how can I get it down on paper really quick? Or if it's something more of a long term project where I'm actually going to sit down and invest a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time into, I'll start pulling up references like, okay, what in real life can I use as a reference? Is there a pose that I could use? Is there something like I'm going to have trees in the background? Let me look up trees and see what type of trees would be good for it and
Yeah.
get like references that way so I don't go in blind and be like, I'm just going to doodle a tree and then it looks like a stick figure.
Okay. So like for me, what I do is I get a piece of paper and I just, like sketch something until it forms, and then that's where I get an idea. So I sometimes draw, just for to relieve stress and just don't think about the corporate world, just by myself, and relieve from those stress. Yeah. So that's really cool. And also, do you do everything in digital, or you also do pencil, charcoal, or something?
So I mostly do everything digitally, but I do also use acrylic paints. That's something that I'm very fond of. I just don't have the space right now to set
Mm-hmm.
up all of that stuff. I would really love to get back into it. It's very therapeutic for me, I guess you can
Oh,
say, just to
yeah.
sit down and just kind of zone out and just paint and just be like, okay, everything can be fixed. It's not like set in stone. You're just kind of just going with the flow when you paint, which is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Um, but primarily, as I said, it's mostly digital stuff that I do.
Yeah, the good thing about digital is you can draw it anywhere, right? In a
Yes.
train, bus. You can't do that using acrylic. So yeah, it's a good medium, but it depends on the artist, right? Whatever you're comfortable. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And then we're gonna take a look at your artworks, because you have like bunch of different drawings here. I'm gonna show to our viewers so they can see what's your style. Tell us more about each drawing that I'm gonna show, like this one right here.
Okay, so this one was something that I had sketched up. I had a few characters that I created like a bloodline or a lineage for, and this one was actually an ancestor, so you trace it back. So I started with one character, and I was like, well, if we had to go back one, two, three, 4 generations,
Mm-hmm.
what would the head of the family look like at that point? And that's how I came across this guy here.
Oh, okay, okay. So is this just for your personal artwork collection?
Yes, so this is just a
Mhm.
character that I created that I put in a story a few years ago.
Oh, okay. So this one next is there.
This one here, this one was created. I do what's called closed species. They're kind of in the adoptable community, which is a way for people to purchase character designs. And you create like a little community with them because the term closed species means that someone can't just go and make one. So they're kind of joining a community and you build on that community and let people draw fan art of their characters, get fan art of them. Or also too, they just kind of write their own stories for the characters within the worlds that you create. And this was one that I actually had up for sale.
Oh,
And it was just a circus design mixed with birds and feathers and things like that.
yeah. I love the black and red color combination. And something, this one is probably the a feather,
Yep.
right? Nice, nice, nice. This one, this is cool, simple,
And
and
thank you. So this was a character that I had made a few years ago, back around the time of Halloween, if you can kind of tell with the outfit. Um, the whole entire thing I had with this character before I ended up giving it to someone else was that it was kind of like an anti-hero. Um, he was able to control like pathogens and stuff, and he was a villain to another character that actually was suffering from a disease that he could use, like it was kind of eating him away inside. It was like a poison. it was
hmm
it was a weird, like, dark and gloomy story that we had, like, me and my friend had set up. And this guy actually ended up being the cure to the other guy's problem. So it was a really, like, interesting take on, like, how can I make a villain that has the solution for the hero,
hmm
and, like, kind of go down that road and make things right. So that was the story I had with this character, and then eventually I ended up selling him to someone else who wanted him more than myself. So I was like, okay.
So it looks like these ones are feathers or straw, like scarecrow.
It's supposed to be like feathers, so black.
Ah,
It was black crow, like raven
crow.
feathers.
So it's like a scarecrow or a crow
Yes.
to scare.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, really cool. And I like the simplicity, black and white, and yeah, really nice. Then this one right here, it seems a killer hero.
Yeah, so that one was just a random design that I had made. I put up for sale. My best friend, she actually ended up purchasing this one. So the story's yet not written. I don't know what she plans on doing with this character, but the whole entire design behind it was bones. That's the idea I kind of had in my head at the moment, and that's kind of ended up being like a bone demon warrior.
Yeah, bone, the tailed here,
Yep.
like a bone. Yeah, and this one is what is your inspiration of this one? What kind of weapon? Is it a
Um,
random made or?
Yeah, it's really random. I didn't really think too much
Mm-hmm.
on it. I was like, okay, what could be a cool sword shape? And that's what came
Oh
out.
yeah. Okay. So that's cool. Then oh, this one right here, the party. So what is
Yep.
this?
So those are actually my circus characters, my little troupe.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of wanted to do, I guess you could kind of call it like a family portrait
Yeah.
of them all, done in like a little chibi style. So it's just all the various characters that I had in my circus story, just chilling.
Oh yeah. Nice. Really cool, man. Um, I thought that it's like from the game and you just, created a chibi style for a game, or is it just your imagination?
Just my imagination. I wish I could turn some of my things into a game, but I'm not that skilled.
Yeah, because I've seen one of the TCG, she, I think she or he created like a chibi of all heroes, and it's really
Oh.
cute. And he created a sticker as well. Really nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really cool. And then this one is.
So this one actually is a character that I recently created. Her name is Dusana.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like a dark fairy demon type person. I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit more in depth, a little bit more, I guess you can say finalized, because a lot of my stuff is really sketchy. So I kind of wanted to sit down and make something a little bit more polished.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And these ones are like a space universe stars, something like that.
Kind of. It was kind of more like a magical, like surreal
Ah,
background.
yeah.
That's. Nothing
Yeah.
super special.
Mm-hmm. All right. And this one is she's an elf. I know. Right?
Yes, yep, just a generic kind of elf design. I kind of wanted to do something with that. I definitely love fantasy, so things like fairies, elves, and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and also the supernatural are something that I really like and I like to draw. So that's just the whole entire thing behind this one.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the Lord of the Rings?
I did.
Do you like those do you like those kinds of fantasy movies?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I really love the elves. Yeah, the how
Hmm.
they look, The also the trees with like the spiral stairs. Wow. It's
Yep.
really nice, man. Okay. And then next is this one.
Yep. So this is actually one of the Carney characters that I have, the circus characters.
Mm,
It's just in a little bit more of a traditional Russian type outfit. It was just a quick little, well, I would just say quick. It was a little sketch that I had done just one day after work for them.
mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Nice. And then oh, sexy. And this one?
So this one is Kiko. She's actually one of the few fan characters that I have. She is based off of Moonfolk from Magic the Gathering from their, I think it's
Uh-huh.
Kamigawa set. So I kind of wanted to take my own unique style and make a character off of it because I just really like the way that they look. They look different and it looked fun, so that's where Kiko came from.
Mm-hmm. I like the combination of colors here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, wow, purple.
Mm-hmm. So this one is another one of my closed species called a Voyager. Her name is Menza, and she's just kind of like a space warrior. They're people from space
Uh-huh.
that kind of go and travel to other galaxies and planets, hence the name Voyager. And they're known for being the strongest in the universe, and they
Mm-hmm.
kind of like to challenge people. So she's kind of very headstrong.
So she has a third eye, right? She's a
Yes,
third
she
eye?
does.
Nice.
Hmm.
Okay. So, oh, there's a star there. I think I know where Rebat got the heart. All right, the tail of Rebat has the heart, so this one
Hmm.
is a star, so that's the inspiration, I guess. And then this one.
Yep. So this one was just a random design that I had just floating around in my head. I was just like, I just kind of want to draw someone that's a merfolk, and that's what
Mhm.
happened here. Just a quick little sketch, nothing special. Just kind of kept it with simple, basic colors.
Yeah, the two colors, purple and gray, right?
Hmm.
Nice. And elf as well, right? An elf or like some kind of fairy.
Kind of like fairy meets merfolk, so it's kind of like
Ah, yeah,
fins, but it's also
got it.
butterfly inspired,
Mm,
I guess.
yeah, nice. Then this one.
So this one here is a character that I've had for a few years. It's a moon dragon, and the story kind of behind him is that he's cursed, so he can't come out during the day. He's only able to come out at night, which is what he's associated with.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely, struggles with that and integrating with society because before he could walk out, at any time of the day or at night, and then his whole entire world shifted to having to get used to just the nightlife.
Oh, okay. So he's sad because he can't go out, right?
Yeah, so it was kind of like trying to capture that sadness that he tries to hide from other people.
Yeah, I can remember the character of Edward Scissorhand, like
Mhm. Yep.
like so shy, something like that. Yeah, so I can feel at his emotions here. Really nice. And then this one, yeah, the dark, an eagle, something.
Yeah, so this one was I kind of want to do something with big giant wings. And
Mhm.
I thought, well, what is associated with wings? They create a source of wind. So this one actually ended up being in one of my stories, a god of storms. So he's kind of like this brooding character that struggles with controlling his abilities, and over time he eventually learns to control it and not be something feared from the villagers and stuff, because before they'd be like, oh, here comes a hurricane or something,
Uh-huh.
and they would blame him because it was him. But once he is able to make things right and learn to control his powers, it's, I guess you can say it's more sunny skies.
Mm-hmm. Nice. It's a little bit dark though, but it's for if it's a card, it can be like the black card, right?
Yeah, kind of, yep.
Yeah. So this one,
So this one kind of goes into what I was talking about before, where I was creating characters that were associated in a bloodline. So this is actually a different family, but within the same period as the guy that I had before. She's actually a knight that serves that character. So
ah,
that was just kind of her full body design.
okay. I thought there's like a something in here. What's this? Like a bullet?
So they're actually little vials of potions. She
Ah,
knows a little bit of
got it.
alchemy, which ties into the story that they're in.
Makes sense. Okay. And then this one, the evil one.
So this one's actually my take on aliens. It was an
Ah,
alien race that I kind of created in my head, and that's one of the characters for it.
wow. You know what? I love orange like colors, like those combination like fire. Yeah, it's really nice color combination here.
Hmm.
And these ones are what? Like, is this a dress or something wings?
So what it is it's the darker parts are kind of like thick spines, and
Ah,
then the other part, the orangey yellow part, is like webbing.
okay, got it, got it. Nice. Okay, real cool. Then this one as well.
So this one was actually commissioned from my best friend. She wanted a dragon god, and
Mm-hmm.
she kind of went with a Nordic Celtic feel for it. I kind of, every single time I look at it, I think of Vikings.
Ah, yeah.
Um, it was definitely a challenge. I'm not used to drawing facial hair, so that was definitely something new for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely love how it came out. She loved how it came out, so it was a win-win all around.
Yeah, it's like a crystal type of creature. See that?
Yes,
Y-
I think her inspiration for it, if I recall correctly, it's been a while. I think it was like winter and ice and icicles and things like that.
Okay. So it's like an ice creature. It's
Yes, yeah.
Yep. Okay. And I know this one here. Guys, if you go to the Discord of Polywog, you can see the artworks of AcyFaust, the fan made, and you can see this one of the very really love this one here, the color combination. And can you tell us more about this?
Yep. So this guy here, he doesn't really have a name. It was just something that I had drawn. I was just thinking, what would make a cool polywog if I could make a polywog? And
Hmm.
I thought, well, what about a salamander? So the
Yeah.
middle one there, that's what started it, and then kind of went backwards and forwards. And I was like, well, what are plants that are usually found in ponds? So I looked it up, and I don't remember the name of the plant now, unfortunately. I'm sure if
Hmm.
I would look, I would be able to find it. I just looked up pond plants, and then I found one. Then I was like, oh, that would look really cool. How can I incorporate
Hmm.
that in the design? So I was like, oh, the tail would be really cool, and then like
Yeah.
add it on the head and type things like that. And eventually it became what it is. And the color behind it was like the night sky, kind of has like a little bit of a night theme to it, and
Yeah.
then the glowing, because I would assume it would probably be poisonous.
Oh yeah, yeah. With the gas, like the poison gas of Polywog has color
Yes.
purple as this one. Probably it lives underneath that. This one right here, right?
Probably.
If if ever it's a Polywog card, yeah, it's gonna be that type. So this one reminds me of this. This stage one reminds me of Gremlins. You know Gremlins?
Yes, yes. You know, it's
Yeah, the
actually
one
kind of
it
funny that you say
multiplies.
that.
It looks like that. And this one looks like you know the How to Train the Dragon.
Yes. What is that?
Yeah.
Toothless.
Yeah. There.
Yep.
It looks like one, but this one this is I don't know, it's a dragon. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, very nice. This is what I like your artwork because it's simple and cute, you know? Okay, let's oh, here. Because we have a Valentine's promo of Polywog and you were hired to draw this one. Can you explain this to us?
Sorry. I
Yeah.
can. So pretty much, um, Kevin and I, we were talking about, promos. People have been asking for promos for Polywog. And I'm more than willing to do promos because I'm one of the artists that are kind of freed up right now. I
Mm-hmm.
joined near the end of set one, so I'm primarily working on stuff for set two. So I have the easiest ability to just be like, oh, okay, let me get started on this right now. Um, so that's kind of where this idea for the promo came out. I was like, Valentine's Day is coming up, and Kevin was like, yeah. And it's like, can we do it? Can we get it done? And it was a mad rush. I remember, goodness, I spent hours. I think I spent a whole entire day just drawing and trying to get it done between that and working on the pack art, just to be able to get it out into the printers in time. So that was a
Mm-hmm.
mad rush. But the main design behind it was just, how can I take this polywog that was from the creator tier and make it cute and incorporate the theme of Valentine's Day. When you think of Valentine's Day, you think of hearts or roses
Yes.
most of the time, or
Or
candy if you
yeah,
if you go that
or chocolate.
route. So I presented this sketch to Kevin, and he loved the idea, and that's also kind of where the bubble kiss, I believe, is the move that it has. If it's not, please feel free to correct me. um, and we kind of went from there. And the cool thing is when it started, I didn't know that it was going to have a progression with the cards, that there was going to be 4 different cards for people to try to collect.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am working on it, and next thing I know, Kevin presents the idea to me like, hey, I want to do a progression. And I was like, oh no, because the sketch originally was on different layers,
Yeah.
and I had merged all the layers, so I didn't have
Oh.
like 200 layers on my file. And I was like, I only had this sketch on one layer, and he's like, it's okay. So that was definitely something. I Looking back at it now, I save all my layers regardless. But so this is the sketch that we did, and it's also the sketch that is going to be the rare chase card for it. This
Mm-hmm.
is just it without the signature.
Okay, so this is one of the cards. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna switch to this one right here. So because you're gonna go progression on how it was made. So this is the first stage, right? It's like a sketch.
Yep,
Is
so
this?
this is the actual line art. So it goes from the sketch to the line art.
Mm-hmm.
I try my hardest to make it nice and crisp, no squiggly lines. Sometimes, unfortunately, there are squiggly lines, which I try to go through and fix as I'm coloring. But my main goal here is keeping in mind, like with the fins, that they're eventually going to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was doing the layers, I kept the fins themselves on a separate layer, so when I go back to color it, it wouldn't cause any
Yeah.
issues. The same exact thing with the bubbles, because those will be somewhat translucent as well.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess this one was inspired by a an animal beaver, right?
Um,
It looks like
I'm
one.
not
Or
sure what
no?
Vergara's inspiration was. I believe it was Jez that had went
Ah,
and created the first card for it.
okay.
Um, I don't know if it's been revealed yet.
Uh-huh.
That I don't
Got it.
think so, but it's probably going to be something revealed soon. If not, people will see it once the Kickstarter stuff comes out.
Yep, yep, yep. And then the next stage is this one. So you added some colors.
Yep, so kind of brought the background back, recreated it from the sketch, and
Mm-hmm.
then from there we would continue with the background.
Okay. Then this one is
Yep, so this one's just adding a little bit of sunlight filtering through the water.
there, and you added seaweeds
Hmm.
there,
And
and
that's adding more sunlight, the
sunlight.
reflection in the ripples of the water on top.
Mm-hmm. There.
Yep, and then that one's adding, starting to add the body color, the markings, and starting to add shading to that. And that
And
one's
that
just
one
adding the tan, the eyes.
beginning to reveal.
Hmm.
And then there, the eyes is again,
Yep,
like
making them a
this
little bit
white thing
come
here.
alive a
Yeah.
bit.
And there you go.
Yep, so that's the fins before I go ahead and adjust them so they can be that translucent.
Yeah. And then the plants
Hmm.
part. And this one is you. So that means before you do a translucent one, you will do everything, all the colors, shading, and outlines, until you do the opacity, right?
Yep, so I like to make sure that everything is kind of uniform with the shading. And then I will go through at the end and adjust opacities so you have
Ah,
what's supposed to be solid, what's supposed to be translucent, and things like that. And that way I can tweak and fiddle with it as needed. Because at that point, that's really the last piece that needs to be done.
yeah. And then there is already
Yep.
the. Let me see if it's the finished product. And one another more small bubbles, and I guess that's it. There.
Yep. So
There you go. So, can you explain to us this Valentine's Day promo pack?
Yep. So pretty much what it is as I said, you have the four progressions. Um, the chase card is the sketch with my digital signature on it. And then the most common one will be the final version of the art. That's something that everyone is pretty much guaranteed to get if you bought multiple packs, or even if you buy a little bit, you probably are going to get that one. And then the two middle ones are kind of just the flat colors, and then you have one with a little bit more shading, but it still has the black lines. It doesn't have the colored lines. um, and what's neat too is normally I don't do the pack art, but for this, because it was such short notice, the pack art is actually something I drew as well.
Oh, you mean the pack art? Okay. So is the
Yep.
pack art similar to this artwork, or you have another art?
I have another one. It's actually it's the one where it looks like there's a tear in the middle of Vergara with the hearts in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you go to the Polywog website and you look, it will show like the pack art preview, and I
Oh
think this is the
yeah,
first picture, so
I
it'll be
got it.
that one there.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so guys, you can go to polywog.com, and then inside the website you can go search on the Polywog TCG products, and you can click on it, and it will come out with the Valentine's Day promo pack. They're still live as we speak right now. But there will be a limit of 10 per customer as of the moment. Okay, so you can go there and yeah, get some packs. Then you can collect all four of the artwork of AcyFaust, right?
And something too that Kevin
Hmm.
has given permission for is once the packs get sent out to everybody, I will be getting 5 packs that I will personally be signing and doing a giveaway for. So there's also that
Nice,
opportunity as well.
nice, nice, nice. That's exciting. And also, um, I, I forgot to ask you on how did you join the Polywog? How, like, what's the what was the the process of joining a Polywog?
Um,
Artist. Yeah.
so as you mentioned before, I did a lot of fan art pieces in the fan
Mm-hmm.
art portion of the Discord. Um, I'm not really sure how exactly it happened, but one day I just had Kevin message me and be like, I saw that you were interested in one day applying to become an
Uh-huh.
artist for Polywog. Are you still interested in it? And I literally felt like I was dreaming. I was like, this can't be real.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't know what happened, but I was completely overwhelmed and overjoyed and was like, of course, I would love to be able to draw for Polywog. I love the concept. I love the characters that I've seen so far for it. And all of the artists on the team were amazing. And to be able to bring my skill set to Polywog and have people, you know, enjoy the things that I do, because art is always a passion of mine. So to be able to share that with people, I wasn't going to say no.
Oh, yeah. And especially when you see your name on the card, you know,
Yeah.
that's the coolest thing. And your artwork
Yeah.
there, man, that is really cool. And I know that there are maybe kids or maybe um viewers that are inspired on your artwork and they wanted to draw something. And can you give them some kind of an advice on if they want to go to this field like artist, drawing to TCGs or games? Can you give them some advice for me?
Absolutely. I would have to say just never give up. I know it's a completely cliche thing to do, but if I were to have given up like 5, 6 years ago when I fell into a little rut, I wouldn't
Hmm.
be here where I am today. I kept pushing through it. I had encouragement from my friends and family, and definitely networking is a big thing. Have a support group and just keep on doing it. If art's something that you love, go for it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And you have to be persistent, prolific, you know,
Yep.
something like that. Like me, I do my videos a day, every day. So, so, and then because of that, I met different creators like you, the artist, Kundu, people from Discord, really I really love to hang out on the Discord channel server that we have in Polywog. So and talk to many people there that are really kind. Yeah. So guys, if you want to join us on Discord, you can go to Polywog Discord server. And or if you want, I will put a link down below, the Discord invite link, so you can join Polywog. And yeah, you can ask AcyFaust about artworks, right?
Yeah, anytime. You guys can always drop me a DM or message me in the Polywog Discord. I'm always willing to chat with people and also give advice and help out with art. So, waiting to see you guys pop into the Discord and say hi.
Yeah. Okay, so AcyFaust, please invite them to your IG, Instagram.
Yep, so I currently started up an Instagram. You can follow me at AcyFaust. Um, if you need the spelling, I'm sure there will be a link if needed, or I can always post the link to the video myself, whichever. But yeah, that's another place that you can reach out and say hi as well.
Yeah, I gotta put everything on the description, guys. And one more thing, um, you will be sketching something.
Yes, so kind of following in Kundu's footsteps here. If you guys want me to draw something, please, please, please post a comment below and let me know what you want me to draw. We will kind of do a little, I guess you can say, pick and choose, and I will sketch something out with a live sketch for you, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. So just comment down below, guys. And the requirement is the like a creator name, and then what a little bit of description of that, right? It works that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like, example would be you want a slime creature that I don't know, has rocks growing out of it. Just something out there.
Wow, I'm excited. I'm excited to see that slime with rocks. Yeah. All right. So that's good. Okay, so guys, don't forget to comment down below, and then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
AcyFaust.